Okay, what's on the bench? Let's say we have this little circuit here. We have a display and we have some other thing. Both of them are I2C. And we put it on the shelf and we said, oh, we got to get around to programming it. And we come back and we don't remember the I2C addresses. And, you know, we could try to find data sheets and look them up and everything. Sometimes there's a jumper on it, like this one has a jumper to set it to one address or another address. I happen to remember the address of the displays because I use them a lot. It's 3C, but I don't remember this one, okay? So you can use something called an I2C sniffer. Now, I did a review on this little box here, which is from M5 Stack, and it is a Core S3. And it has an internal I2C bus, and it also has an external I2C bus. All right, so let me turn it on. There we go. And so I have a little program here, and I stole it from their website, modified it a little bit, but I basically stole it from their website. It scans the internal I2C address and gets a whole bunch of them, and then it scans the external address. What does it mean, external I2C? Well, this connector is for external devices. And I have this little cable here. I can plug the cable in, and it gives me 5 volts ground and clock and data, okay? And so we can use this device. I'm going to bring it over here to the breadboard, and I've made a special cable, so it's metric on this end, but it's 100 millicenters over on this end. So I can plug it into our breadboard here, and then we can take a look, and suddenly, boom, 3C. Okay, so here's the internal ones, but we'll wait for the external ones to come. And we get a 3C and a 60, so that little chip there is 60. All right, so we know this one's 3C, we know this one's 60, so we're ready to go. So this little program here, and it's battery powered, so I just bring it over. It had enough battery oomph to power up our circuit. We could power it separately if we needed to, but yeah, this is a nice little tool to have. And then I thought, well, I don't know if I'll always have this thing, but I will have something that I know I'll have all the time. And so we'll do that one next. Let me disconnect this, and let me turn the power off here. There we go. All right. So you know that I'm a fan of these ATtiny 3224. So I made this little board that you can pop on over here, and it leaves room for everything. And this already has a display which will actually show as 3C. So I'm going to disconnect this one, but I'll leave this one connected. And we're going to have data and data. Yeah, these need to be swapped here. So, oops. Data goes to data and clock goes to clock. All right, I have it labeled here. So the data one goes over to data, clock goes over to clock. Okay, so now I've got this already programmed up, and let me get 5 volts. So let me power up our little breadboard here. And there we go, 3C and 60. It says there's 2 devices on the I2C bus. So now I have this little program that does the sniffing for me. And yeah, so this will come in handy. So like, you know, I encourage you to build some type of device. Now I did a video on this ages ago where I had a whole board with a big Arduino. The big giant Arduinos are just crazy these days. They're just way, way, way too big. Having something this tiny in exactly the form factor that I would be doing it in anyway, this little guy was going to be, this guy's going to be really, really handy. All right, I'll go ahead and post both of these programs on a GitHub site. So there'll be a link down below if you want to grab this program, and or if you have one of these, grab that program, and yeah, they're pretty nice.